Good afternoon, this is DayBreak with me, Inzamam Rashid, live on Mira Business FM, broadcasting to you from the heart of Dubai at the Art of Living Mall. It's a pleasure to be with you today, live streaming across our YouTube pages at Mira Business FM and of course across all those social channels as well. If you want to get involved in the conversation today, please do leave your comments on the YouTube live stream, and you can of course get in touch via WhatsApp too. Just head to mirabusiness.fm and you can get all the details there on how to get in touch with us. Now, coming up on DayBreak today, we are going to be talking about business, but when it comes to TV and how you can scale your business with one shot on a TV show. Imagine stepping onto a stage or onto the platform on a TV show where one pitch could really change your entire future. That's the promise behind a global business reality franchise that has essentially helped more than around 350 startups secure millions in investment. And for the very first time, that reality franchise is arriving right here in the UAE. Set against a backdrop of Expo City Dubai, the final pitch, Dubai is putting founders from across the region and around the world in front of serious investor firepower. From tech and sustainability to wellness, fintech and social impact. It's where you could say ideas that you have conjured up yourself meet potential opportunity. And the man behind this pioneering format is with us in the studio today. He's the creator and host of The Final Pitch. He's the CEO as well of Dragon's Nest and the production force behind this global show now coming to our region. A good friend, I should say now as well. John Aguilar, welcome to DayBreak on Mira Business FM.
Thank you for having me, NZ. It's great to be here.
It's a real privilege to have you in the studio with us. Let's talk straight away about The Final Pitch. A huge congratulations that it's here now in the region. But for those who don't know about Final Pitch, what can you tell us about the show and what it's all about?
Right. Okay. So people, when they watch the show, have compared it to, it's like a little bit of like The Apprentice as well as Dragon's Den or Shark Tank. So it is essentially a pitching competition, but it's so much more. With the other pitching formats, you would see entrepreneurs, these founders, pitch to the judges. And at the end of that maybe 30-minute pitch, the judges are expected to make an offer or not. In the case of The Final Pitch, and the reason why it's called The Final Pitch is that there's an initial pitch that allows for the judges to first hear what entrepreneurs are coming in, their businesses, what they're all about. They're not going to make an offer because the ones that they're interested in, they will then invite to, so each judge has their own episode where they get to invite these entrepreneurs to their world. So if, for example, I'm a judge who is in the business of real estate, I get to bring these entrepreneurs to my projects and they get a behind-the-scenes look into what makes my business successful, something that is scaled, and also, more importantly, something that maybe this founder will be able to help me in some capacity with their startup or with their business. So it's very dynamic.
Now, I know the answer to this because I've watched some episodes of The Final Pitch. But you mentioned a few kind of shows there, The Apprentice, Dragon's Den, Shark Tank as well. What makes this different and stand out? And is there a need for another kind of, business, entrepreneurial reality kind of show like this?
Yeah. I think with any ecosystem, whether it's in Dubai or in Asia or in Europe, there will always be a need for mentors, right? It cannot be stated enough that with every entrepreneurial journey, you will need the right people to come on board to help you with your business. And that's essentially what we've done with The Final Pitch. Once you're in the show, once you've given your initial pitch, we also give you the resources that you will need, not just for your final pitch later on for the finale, but also looking forward, what are the things that you will need from different the different aspects of your business, whether it's in marketing, branding, media, PR, all these things that we hope by introducing these mentors, these experts to you through this journey, that you're able to really essentially, like night and day, transform your business. So there's that journey.
This is so interesting because it is, when you think about Dragon's Den, for example, or Shark Tank, it's literally walk in, you have few judges in front of you, you've got that shot to sell your business, yourself, essentially your story, your dream as well, and then that's it. In something like The Apprentice, it's obviously weeks and weeks long of tasks and whittled down to, you know, whatever the final few people. This is a real combination of both of them, whereby you're doing a lot of mentoring. So even if the person or company isn't successful, they're taking a lot away from the offering at the final pitch.
For sure. I mean, you know, the season 1 contestants of the Final Pitch Dubai, midway through their journey on the show, they were saying, you know, John, even if I don't get an investment from this, I mean, just the fact that they were able to go on this journey, because some of these experts that we've brought in are really the best in their field.
I bet.
Like everything from PR, right? You have someone who, for example, Greg Frey, he owns 7 Media. It's one of the, I guess, biggest independent PR firms in the region. He was able to come in and really give very concrete advice, next steps for these entrepreneurs. And his help extends beyond just that mentorship session, right? Because his firm and he himself, they're helping these entrepreneurs, you know, beyond the show, right? So recently we've had like a more aggressive push for PR. And, you know, I can tell you that, you know, some of these entrepreneurs, they really need the help because no one knows them.
Yeah.
So we hope that, you know, even outside their journey within the show, we're able to extend that support to them in different ways, not just PR. It's a lot of different things.
strands.
Correct.
I'll come on to the specific Dubai, excuse me, the Dubai element of the show. But I want to talk about Final Pitch in other countries and where you also started this. How did it come about and how successful has it been in Manila where you originally started it, I believe?
We started it back in 2017 in Manila. So we've done a number of seasons, 11 seasons, first on History Channel, then we transitioned to CNN Philippines.
Wow.
So when we had that show in Manila helping these entrepreneurs, and mind you, 2017, even the word startup was not a thing, right? I mean, very nascent startup ecosystem. The founders were really just grasping for straws. Literally, I mean, they did not know how to present. You know, even the very early judges, investors we had on this show also needed a little bit of guidance. So imagine us coming into the ecosystem and having this show. People knew about other pitching reality shows, but we were really the ones that were able to go in at a very early stage of the ecosystem and kind of help educate everyone from the investors to the startups to even the ecosystem enablers that worked with us to support these entrepreneurs on the show. So I would say that through the years, the level of sophistication and evolution of all people concerned, eventually, you know, it caught up because eventually, you know, people knew that it doesn't make sense to be predatory when you invest in a startup and hoping to and expecting to get more than 50% of the company. So things like that initially, because traditional businesses are used to thinking that way, that they do look at monopolizing something or they do want to own majority of something, that had to change significantly. And I think that's part of our mission as well, is to be able to educate the ecosystem and say, okay, we're here to support, we're here to give them the breaks that they need, not to stifle them, not to own majority, because if you own majority, that's automatically killing the startup.
Yeah. How did you get to the point whereby, you know, you I'm sure it wasn't an overnight thing, but you kind of think one day where, you know, I want to do this thing. I want to set up a TV show which enables entrepreneurs to showcase their ideas and also enables, you know, a group of mentors to mentor people through this journey. How did it all come about? Tell us a bit about your kind of thought process and getting to the stage where you created the final pitch.
Yeah, I think the unique thing about my journey as well is that I am an entrepreneur first before I am a TV producer, right? Yes, I started out being a talent, being on cam, being a producer, writer, all these things. But the mission for me, my personal mission, was always to be able to create a platform where this platform will not just inspire, it will educate and also give very concrete next steps to someone who's building their life, whether it's from building homes in our real estate show, which we've done for 20 seasons, or the final pitch, which really enables these startups to be able to get the kind of support that they need. So that's why when I'm looking at the final pitch, I look at it not just as entertainment, I look at it as an extension of my own journey, because I've also had to rely on mentors.
Sure.
I've had to rely on people, the right people, to help me. And I know very intimately the journey and also the challenges of being an entrepreneur. So having that mindset of, okay, I've had to put up with so much, and it's been a struggle, as with any entrepreneurial journey. I wanted to then capacitate, these founders who will come into the show and hopefully not make the same mistakes that we did. So if I had something like this way back, I think my journey wouldn't have been so difficult. But then again, the learnings that I got from my own entrepreneurial journey was something that I know will help a lot of these founders.
I think that's pretty entrepreneurial in itself, though, isn't it? Kind of thinking that, oh, God, if I had that kind of support and help when I was going through my journey, and then instead you've turned that around, and that's a very entrepreneurial idea in itself to create the final pitch. So you had success in Manila. You've had 11 series there. Is that right?
That's correct. We've had 11 seasons.
Where else have you had that before you've brought it here to Dubai?
So we've always been based in Manila, but our goal was always to be able to bring this to the world.
So why here? Why Dubai?
Oh, wow. That is a very tough and easy question to answer. So sometime last year, one of our judges in the Philippines, who's actually American Vietnamese, said, okay, for my episode, I want to bring my entrepreneur picks to Dubai, because Suli has done a lot of projects, businesses here. And when we took his entrepreneur picks to Dubai last year, August, we were just blown away. I mean, the level of openness of people, and obviously, looking beyond the buildings, the infrastructure, when you get really into deep conversations with people who are also building the ecosystem here, you get a feeling that, wow, I mean, if we were able to do this in the Philippines, what can we do in Dubai? And our ambition was always to be able to take this globally. Sure. So the goal really, after we've stepped into this ecosystem, was that if we're going to scale this across the globe, we will scale it from Dubai. And, as you know, Dubai is at the center. It is very strategic in terms of not just of location. Everyone is coming here. And it really will allow us to be able to fulfill the very, important criteria that we have for scaling from a geographical center. That is, investment, location, and energy.
And energy is obviously one of the big things, because I think you've kind of called Dubai a bit of a meeting point for founders and for global ambitions. You're kind of alluding to it there. In your view, what kind of differentiates Dubai, the UAE, kind of startup ecosystem from others around the world, and even in comparison to Manila, from where you've worked considerably? What are the kind of differences that you see from here?
Right. A very glaring difference is that, unlike, for example, I would say, because in Manila, people know everyone, right? And you go to the same events, it's the same people, right? It's a very small ecosystem. Singapore, I would think, is way different because of the fact that, obviously, Singapore is Singapore, but the level of openness isn't as, I would say, vibrant, as dynamic as it is in Dubai. Dubai, because of the fact that majority of people here are not from here, majority of people are immigrants, are expats. There's that openness and the feeling that, okay, I am here, I am not from here, but I feel like because of the people who are also not from here but have called Dubai and the UAE their home, it gives you that sense of, I could belong here. So that's immediately how we felt. And from August last year up until June of this year, 2025, it took us around 10 months from landing here, knowing virtually no one, zero network, and within the span of 10 months, being able to produce this show in Expo City. So that speaks to the level of openness. And also, I would say, really, when people are here, they are here to build.
Sure.
Right? And we really felt that. And we've always seen that as the very positive outcome of doing the final pitch here in Dubai.
I think it's probably fair to say, John, that kind of entrepreneurship is, it's really kind of woven into Dubai's DNA. And I think it shows in Dubai's success as a relatively young city. What is the kind of entrepreneurial mindset that you've noticed here since being here over the last 10 months, putting this show together? And I'll come on to the show in more detail, but specifically about kind of people, the mindset, some of the people you've met, even kind of, outside of the actual production itself. What have you noticed about the entrepreneurial mindset here in the UAE?
Right. What I've heard before, people would go to the UAE or Dubai specifically, and it would be something maybe short-lived, right?
A couple of years and go home.
A couple of years, even a couple of months, right? But what I've noticed is that people all the more, and I've been hearing this and I've been observing it, are staying for the long term. I mean, people are building their businesses, they're uprooting their families from everywhere and just making this their home. And in fact, that's also what happened to us. So we're actually moving to Dubai by next year.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, amazing.
So we haven't really made like a major announcement in the Philippines. Only a few people
CCing the whole of Philippines right now.
Right. So
we're stealing another one.
So we're moving to Dubai. I've always been nationalistic. I've always loved the Philippines, and I still do, right?
Yeah.
But, this is also an opportunity for us to come to Dubai, build out our business from here, and represent our country,
Sure.
right? It is an opportunity that we feel we have to take now because we are here at the right moment in time. I think this is a very important time for people who are building, because whatever you build now is going to impact so many people down the road, especially here in this side of the world.
What I find quite fascinating as well is that, a lot of kind of Filipinos who've moved over here, blue-collar workers, it's very rare, although I'm sure it's very much out there, where you do see a Filipino kind of succeed to the very top level, and so kind of having that example here as well, you must kind of have that, not pressure on your shoulders, but essentially you're playing a role model as well and a mentor to many who aspire to be like you and to make it to the very top.
Right. I've been told that. I mean, it's very heartwarming that people see what we do as something that I guess represents the kind of, initiative that a lot of Filipino entrepreneurs now here in the UAE, although not so visible, and traditionally not seen as the path. But I was fortunate enough, my wife and I, to have met a number of really great entrepreneurs, Filipino entrepreneurs here in the Philippines. And when we landed, they said to us, John, what you're doing is great. We want to back you. We want to support you. We want to make the introductions that matter, because what you are doing with the final pitch is also, it's in a lot of ways, it's carrying the Philippine flag.
Sure.
Right? I mean, we call our kababayans, the modern day heroes, because they've had to migrate across the world for a better future. And what we have done as a company, as a family, is now we will move to Dubai to create the kind of, to help elevate the not just the image. I think that is something that is a bit superficial, but to be able to elevate the kind of expectations people have for the creative genius, for the initiatives, for the business acumen that can come and have come from the Philippines. And I believe that it's very important. I mean, we take our role very seriously because, someone has to do it, right?
Sure.
I mean, we have a lot of really successful entrepreneurs here, and not everyone knows about them. But we've been fortunate enough to have met them, and they're really great. They're very open, and they've been helping us really land and make the right connections.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, and essentially you're giving back to the nation that gave you so much and the opportunity to get to where you are today. Let's talk about Final Pitch Dubai. So you've done all the filming for season one. Is
That's
that
correct.
right?
That's correct.
It's based at Expo City. Why did you choose there? What's so special about Expo and filming there? And tell us what really we can expect from series one of Final Pitch Dubai.
Okay.
Without giving too much away.
Sure. So obviously the gravitas of filming in Expo. I mean, everyone knows Expo. I mean, as an iconic location, it really made sense for us to be able to film it somewhere where the identity of progress of what is to come, especially in Dubai South.
Yeah.
Right? That's going to be booming in the next couple of years. So having them as an official business community partner, I think really helped us. Also, in terms of trying to see how we can expand the show moving forward in the future. But apart from Expo City, we also partnered with Meydan Free Zone. So another very strong partner of ours. We actually recently also opened our company in Meydan, and we were blown away, like with the ease of how we could open.
It happened very quick, huh?
It did, 42 minutes,
Wow.
in fact. So these things that I am not used to, I find that
It's quicker than a first half of a football match.
Oh my God, it's like I mean, just the idea of opening up your business entity in a foreign country in less than an hour, that is mind-bogglingly. It doesn't even feel real.
Yeah.
But we did it, and beyond that, we are looking for partners in the future that will help us capacitate these founders that we bring into the show, right? Because it's not enough that we have these partners. We have to be able to take the show to a place where you coming out on the show, you're coming out of it not just from the TV marketing angle, but really having expectations where we will be able to help you down the road. It's a community that we're building. Even in the Philippines, we have like this WhatsApp group, and they're all friends. I mean, we want to be able to build this community moving forward because Dubai is just the first entry point for us. We're actually going to also do a UAE edition.
Okay, wow.
By next year. So representing Dubai, obviously Abu Dhabi, Iraq, Sharjah, and eventually we will expand the show to Saudi and Qatar. So
the plans aren't just to stick with Final Pitch Dubai. This
No.
is you want to really take this across the GCC.
yes, across the GCC for maybe the first 2-3 years, but eventually we have big plans as well for India.
Wow.
And Europe. So I think the potential of the show, and as far as helping an ecosystem, because a lot of these ecosystems, yes, they may have their pitching show, but something like this that is very dynamic and really showcasing as well the country. Because with the Final Pitch Dubai, we really went beyond the pitching stage. We were able to do so many things in and around Dubai. I can't reveal what those are, but suffice it to say, it's a business reality show where you really get to see.
So you're showcasing the best of Dubai.
Exactly.
Through
Exactly.
it as well. Oh,
Exactly.
Come on, where did you go? Where some good locations. Obviously,
I won't-
Expo, where you guys
Yes,
were based.
I
but
won't give too much away, but it was a land, sea, and air.
Land, sea, and
Yes,
air.
land, sea, and air experience.
We don't see you in swimming trunks or anything like that, do we?
Thank God, no.
Okay.
But
good to know.
But it was I mean, as a business reality show, I mean, it visually arresting, and also what happened as a result of the show. We're hoping that we'll be able to, as we move to future seasons, scale the impact of the show as well.
So with a show like this, you've kind of done all the filming, and you've essentially found people that will take some investment and mentorship along the way. How hands-on are you and some of the judges and the investors in these people's lives in a kind of day-to-day? How hands-on are they even after the cameras are switched off and we move forward?
Right. One thing that we really make it a point, and we obviously it's not a perfect show. No show is. The investments or offers that are made hopefully will push through, and 100% of the time in any season, not everything pushes through.
Sure.
But what we tell our judges and people who are helping these startups is that if you would like to make an offer, make it in such a way that you know, because the beauty of the final pitch is that you're not limited to just the time between that pitch until the end, right? There's really a journey that you take from the initial pitch, the mentorship sessions, the episodes with the judges, and then the finale. So there's really a period of time when you can do your due diligence, when you can have those really deep conversations, the judges having those with the entrepreneurs. And what we tell them is that never make, or you shouldn't make an offer that you're not prepared to really
through
put,
with. Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
because that's very important to us.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Without giving too much away, there were very, very I would say fast results from season one.
What I love about the final pitch as well, I've seen this in your Manila series, is the drama. There's so much drama involved. And actually, as someone who, I don't have my own business, but, I kind of think I'm a bit entrepreneurial sometimes. I'll sometimes think of stupid business ideas in my living room. And I'm thinking, that would be quite clever. But actually, the drama around some of, the decision making and, people kind of... you're getting upset even sometimes. Not that I want to see anyone cry, but you ride the emotional wave with a lot of these people as well.
Yeah, it's not the kind of drama where we're playing something up like, you're fighting and all that. No,
it's real life.
It's not that. The drama, just for people to understand, the drama is about, this founder being so nervous, getting up in front of, the judges, and us, kind of bringing this entrepreneur, backstage and saying, okay, you can do this. Yeah. You've rehearsed this so many times. This is your moment. So it's that kind of drama where people really see and appreciate that, hey, this is not just a TV show. It is real stakes, me, relying on this pitch and this decision by the judge to set me up for the rest of my business journey. So, it's that kind of real life, behind the scenes insight is what, we even show in the program. I think that is something that not a lot of people see, but that's something that we feel is integral to the journey and something that we feel, people would appreciate as well.
So tell us who have you got judging in season one, and also I'd love to know your aspirations of who you'd love to have for future seasons here in Dubai and the UAE.
Okay, so we've got great judges with us for season one of the Final Pitch Dubai. So we have Jigar Sagar. He is the guy who has set up a lot of the free zones here in Dubai and across the Emirates. So he's a great guy who, you'll see with the way he dresses that, he thinks differently. This guy loves color and he loves action, and that's all I can say because I might give too much away. But suffice it to say, this guy really knows his stuff, and he's built a lot of businesses as well. Serial entrepreneur, now helping a lot of these startup founders on the show. We have Sami Karabi, who is someone who has built his solar company in Abu Dhabi, exited that company, became an investor, and is now, his journey is entrepreneur, investor, entrepreneur, because now he's actually, apart from being an investor, also the CEO of his new water company, Wisewell. So this guy is like really hands-on and very, very good resource for anyone who's going to be working with him. We have other people like Khaled Al Fahim, primarily based in Abu Dhabi. They are the angels of the show who have come on board to help these entrepreneurs. We have Farah Zafar, also has a company called Lively that also has allowed us to be able to get the message of the final pitch to more people as well. And Adil Sajan as well from the Danube Group.
Of course.
Yes.
So we're talking serious players here. These are big, big names, particularly in the UAE. For future seasons, who would you, and you spent about 10 months in the country now, who would you love to get on future seasons? Who's kind of dream judges for the final pitch Dubai?
You are putting me on the spot.
Yeah,
but thank you for the spotlight because, okay, dream judge for me, Mohammed Bengati. I think the minute I heard him talk about like how he pitched at a certain point, bringing his juice, I'm not sure if it was in some country here in the GCC, pitching it as well. I mean, and selling his car to be able to afford the salaries for his people that month, I was like, that I want that guy on our show.
Very cool. What I love about the kind of Bingati kind of whole business and family office is that they're proper outliers, and they're kind of the rogue ones, really, that have just shot up out of nowhere. Some of the real estate developments that they've produced as well is just incredible. He would be a great one.
He would be. I mean, he's very eloquent. I mean, he looks the part as well, right? I mean, and what they've built is like, we want, people who come to the show who have built great things and have looked good doing it, right? I mean, it is a reality show. We want for the aspiration to be, I mean, it's very Dubai,
Yeah.
right? And
Who else we're going for?
man, you're putting me on the spot. But can I go with at least for UAE? I'm not just talking
Yeah.
about Dubai. For UAE, definitely we want to be able to work with Paul Dewalibi from
Yes.
RAC,
Right. Yeah.
Innovation City.
Yeah.
I'm meeting him next week, and I think that guy. And this is one of the conversations that we had before. He was actually offered as a judge on Dragon's Den way back when.
Turned it down?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think there was a reason for that, because he might be one of our judges for the final pitch UAE. So
Let's lock it in.
yeah, he's someone who I think can really help
Sure.
a lot of these startups who are coming into the region.
I just want to get some final thoughts before we run out of time, John. You've obviously mentioned expansion across the GCC with the show as well. People who will be looking out for Final Pitch when there's future seasons, what are you guys looking for in entrepreneurs? What are the judges that you hire, that you bring in, really looking for in terms of people bringing their ideas and their businesses to the show?
Yeah, we're looking for people who are bold enough to come into the show and say, okay, I want to scale this business across the region, and I want to do it from Dubai, right? They have to have that audacity to come in and really say, this is a multi-million peso business in the making. I just need the right break, right? They have had to have built something and not just an idea, ideally, but they have to also have a very solid team, right? Because we want people who come into the show really with expectations of not just raising money, but using the show as sort of a leverage to be able to take their business to the next level. So they have to have a very concrete, solid plan, and also the kind of mindset that, the kind of beginner's mindset that will allow for them to be receptive to the mentors that we will bring in, even the advice that they will be getting from our judges. So yeah, I think that would be, in terms of criteria, what we would be looking at. And this is across verticals, right? And stages as well, because we like to keep things interesting.
I'm going to put you on the spot again. Out of the 350 plus startups that you've helped secure funding for through the final pitch, you've got to have some favorites.
Yeah, definitely. And ironically, some of these favorites never really actually pushed through with an investment on the show.
Oh, really?
Yes, because that
give us an idea.
Right,
of which ones?
I think that's the power of our platform. Is that because future investors watch the show and kind of witness the journey of these entrepreneurs, they see, that guy's scrappy, right? He didn't get an investment in that season, but I think given the right break, I could turn that company around, or I could work with that founder, because he has that cockroach mentality that they're never going to die, right? So I believe that, like, for one, there was this, they're actually a dev company, didn't get in the show, applied 3 seasons later, got offers from a number of judges, but eventually, what really catapulted his business were the offers that he got from future clients, investors from around the world who saw his YouTube episode, and because of that, got the kind of push, credibility, and really the ability to be able to tell your story through our show is, I think, the power of the final pitch, because it's really beyond the pitch.
Yeah.
You get really an insight into that founder And as they interact with the mentors, the judges, you get really a sense of, hey, you know, this person is malleable. This person is someone who I'd like to work with. And so I think really the value of the final pitch also goes beyond the pitch. So when you say the final pitch, the finale happens, as you know, all entrepreneurs know, every single day we're always pitching.
Sure.
So, but it sets you up, I believe, for how you can see pitching, not just as an end in itself, but as an avenue for you to explore ideas, get yourself out there, and at the end of the day, you know, hopefully, you know, get the kind of support that you'll need beyond financial resources.
So remind us, where can we see it? So when can we see it? When's it coming to our TV screens?
Okay, so the final pitch, Dubai Season 1, is going to be airing beginning November 17 on OSN. So it will be on OSN TV as well as streaming on OSN Plus. So we're very excited. It's going to be seen across the region, and in the future, we want to be able to take the final pitch across different territories as well. So
Where are you going to watch the first episode?
Sorry, me?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We have a very special, intimate screening with some of our contestants and judges. That's going to be a private screening, but
Amazing.
We're getting, you know, a small group together and kind of like, we put a lot of hard work
Sure.
into the show, and we want to celebrate the journey of everyone involved.
Yeah.
So I think it would be good to have that just also as an exercise. And, you know, guys, you know, I can't believe that we pulled this off.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think, you know, sometimes you really have to just sit down and just celebrate.
Well, a big congratulations to you for bringing this baby of yours to Dubai, and good luck for the future with future seasons, not just in Dubai, but across the GCC as well. I'm sure we'll get you in here at Mira Business FM to give us an update about how the final pitch is expanding with its tentacles across the GCC. Reminder, 17th of November on OSN, and then streaming on OSN Plus, the final pitch, Dubai Season 1. John Aguilar, thank you so much for your time, and good luck with the new show.
Thank you, NZ, and you'll never know, maybe one of these days I'll see you there.
Maybe with one of my entrepreneurial ideas that I've thought at home. Thank you, John.
Thanks, NZ.
Mira Business FM.